Hey cousins, it's Angelus here. I got done cleaning up the workshop yesterday, and I figured it's probably not going to be this clean for quite a while, so I'll give y'all a little tour before I make it even more messy than it is right now. So let's start over at the entrance. This is a door, as you can see, and start with a little panoramic view, as it were. Just a little thing. Yeah. As you can see, unsurprisingly, this is a table, which is where most of the work is done. I sit on this side with everything I need most of the time close to hand. Hot glue gun, heat gun, air dryer, blow dryer, that sort of thing. My box cutter in here. Small straight edge. I have a medium-sized here and a bigger one behind me. Brushes, pens, screwy bits, filey bits, clampy bits, gluey bits, that sort of thing, Dremel, etc, etc, etc. I also have my trash stash. Probably not all that interesting, but I like bad rhymes. And then right behind me is a shelf with other things I use with quite some regularity, such as soldering iron, some electronic bits and pieces, cordless drill, of course, current project that is not done yet and so not going to go up yet. But far more important, safety equipment, close to hand, helps you actually using it. Because if it were right over here somewhere, I'd be like, I don't want to get up and not use it, and it's very bad for you. Magnets, in there is sanding stuff. Yeah, I also have, my sanding stand, for example, which is tiltable. Doesn't work quite well yet, but you know, progress. Old vacuum cleaner that I used until I got a shop vac, which is under here. Right there. My spray paints. Right across from my illuminated. Oh, this needs to be turned on. My illuminated spray booth, which is a terrible mess and needs some cleaning. You might be wondering, Angelus, there's a big hole in that thing. Why? That's kind of counterproductive. Well, the thing you saw in the panoramic view, this hose can fit in here. And it's a vent. It's a power vent. And let me tell you, it's nothing to sneer at. It sounds like a meow-the-ducking jet engine. Then we have my shelf for other things I use with some regularity. It's basically, the further away from the table it is, the more rarely I use it. Or vice versa, the closer to the table it is, the more I use it. Paints, airbrush. I lost a tiny little nut in the back here, so I can't use it currently. My smaller 3D printer, the resin 3D printer, the FDM printer is upstairs in my apartment. This is basically sorted by what generally it does. This is for painting things. The printer doesn't fit, but it's the only space I could put it more or less safely and still operate it. Then this is the putting things to other things shelf, tapes, glues, like, what is it called? Plumber's tape, that sort of thing. And then my shapy shelf, this is clay, there's foam clay back there, tinfoil kinda, plaster bandages still fits, resin, that sort of thing. And then the LED and small foam thing shelf. Yeah. It's still a bit of a mess, but I think it'll always be. But yeah, this is le shop. Power tools over here. This used to be the same shelf that this thing was, but I got more shelves and now this is closer, and this doesn't really have like a specific sorting thing yet. Back here we have basically this whole area is the to be sorted pile. Yeah. Over here, it's my foam storage. I generally try to get my foam flat. It helps with the laser cutter because if your foam even moves a little bit, or if it isn't flat all the way, this isn't flat either. If it does this or the other way around, the laser will be out of focus and it won't cut properly. That sort of thing. Cardboard sheets. There's also some plywood. That sort of thing. Scrap foam, smaller scrap foam. Mirror, very important for fitting things. Dehumidifier, because this is a basement. And this here, if you've watched my most recent, one of my more recent posts, this is where my M3 to M5, no, to M6 bolt and screws storage was held. This thing over here, until I pushed it off by cleaning. And then, now it's a mess again. Grrr. Gravity, my old nemesis. As I briefly mentioned, my laser cutter, it is, as you can see, not only a mess, ignore that, it is also a beast, like in size. Just, this is roughly the size of your average tape roll. It's bloody massive. And as you can see, I'm working on things here. That's why it's a mess. Powered by an old laptop that I had lying around. Does its job. Not very good, though. Oh, and also, if you ever give me a business card, this is where it will end up. I think they're missing one here. There's one missing. I'm probably going to have to introduce another strand of the fishing wire that these are suspended off from. But yeah. All right, that's probably more or less it. Probably, unless we get into really crazy amounts of detail, like actually going through all the different power tools or my Dremel bits or whatever. And I don't think that will be overly interesting. If it is, let me know. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good time, and I hope you're all making stuff. See you around. There is a stop button.